Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing today? I'm sending my positive vibes out there to you. And today we're just relaxing and just going to have a little bit of a chat. And I've been doing this for a few weeks now, and I really enjoy chatting with you all and kind of completing whatever project that I have. So right now I'm working on a coloring page, and this is actually the third session that I've been working on this coloring page. So if you want to just come on and chat and relax for no more than an hour, then just go grab whatever, if you have an unfinished project you're working on, and maybe you're doing your planning for this week, just grab that and come and sit and chat with me because, I always find this to be a lot of fun. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to switch the screen, and I am going to go to the cloud, you all, because I like going to the cloud now. That's my thing. So my thing is going to the cloud. So here I am. I'm up here in the cloud. And before I always start, I always like to ask that or suggest that if you like planning, organization, and lifestyle types of videos, to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. And if you are already a subscriber, I just wanted to thank you for being on this journey with me, because I've been having lots of fun here over on YouTube, especially doing the live videos. So this is the coloring book that I'm going to be using. I had to put my old lady glasses on. But this is the coloring book, and I don't think I've ever mentioned what the name of it is, and it's called The Designs Original Creative Coloring Inspirations Art Activity Pages to Relax and Enjoy. And I guess I didn't ask, how are you doing today? How are things in your neck of the woods? I hope it's not like pouring down raining like it's been raining here like crazy. Only in the evenings though. So always when I'm live streaming. So I'm always worried that the power is going to go out. But I hope not. So this is the page that for my third session I'll be trying to actually complete. And I have my pencils, but I forgot one more thing here. Thank God for the little cart that I have next to me. I can just grab what I need. And I got my pencil sharpener, because you always need a pencil sharpener when you're using your crayons. So I'd love to know, what project are you going to be working on this evening while we are kind of winding down from the weekend and winding up for the week. So it's always nice to kind of take a little bit of a break, because I know it's like a madhouse, especially if you have children in your house, to get ready for the next day, even in the summertime. So sometimes you just have to sit back and just take a little bit of a break. Maybe you're just like cooking dinner or something like that. So I just had the pencils that I used last week in this pouch, because I didn't want to mix them in again, because the hunt is real when you have like all these pencils. So here's all the pencils that I have, and I guess it's not that many compared to some people's stash when it comes to pencils. So I'm going to be using these, and this was kind of like a coffee theme, so I had lots of browns. I actually went on this guy's YouTube channel today, and he was doing some coloring, because believe it or not, there's people that they do color with me's all the time. And he was saying how people are not training others how to color. You would think that you wouldn't have to be trained how to color, right? But I guess you do. But of course, this is not a tutorial by any means, just something to just sit and relax and do. But I love the techniques that he was using in his coloring books, and I'm not going to try to do them on this particular color with me or anything, but I thought that was kind of cool. He did like some layerings, and he just used like some regular old colored pencils. He didn't use markers or blending tools or anything like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. And you can come on the chat and chat with me at any time during this. And I also usually keep the chat open after the video has gone off as well. So you can chat with me after this goes off if you don't want to, if you don't want to be on video. But on the replay, the chat doesn't show on the replay anyway, so it's A-OK. So I had a pretty good week, and I hope you all had a pretty good week as well. I think I got a lot of stuff done this week. I actually, we got through the 4th of July unscathed from the fireworks. I think we talked about that last Sunday, about the fireworks, and how I thought I was the only one, but I didn't realize that I'm not the only one that's not really a fan of the fireworks. But I mean, it's like we're still listening to fireworks, and it's almost a week later. So I guess you can't win when it comes to the fireworks. People just have a lot of fun with it, which is okay. I just, I always think something bad is going on when I hear fireworks going off. But I guess that's not always the case. So it's relatively quiet in my house today because part of the gang is out in the streets. They're not here right now, so it's only some of us old timers here in the house. All the young jumping beans are out and about. So for the 4th of July, I think the only thing that we did, my mom cooked out at her house, and we actually just we just went there and just hung out. I love hanging out with my family, played with the little babies, and all that good stuff. They're pretty cool sometimes. Sometimes they're pretty cool. You know how it is. Sometimes your family, you never know. But also on Monday, which was the day before the 4th of July, we had a huge storm that came in. And that storm actually knocked out my internet for like 2 days because it was so many people who got knocked out by the storm that our service provider couldn't even come and fix it the next day. And although I told them, hey, I can't do any work, which I couldn't, well, I could do some work. I told them, I said, hey, I'm not going to be able to work. Can you guys send somebody out here earlier? And nope, I didn't get no relief until Wednesday evening. You know how it feels to be out, the internet to be out for that long? I mean, I have my telephone, but there's only so much you can do on the phone. And I could use my phone as a hotspot, but then if you don't have like unlimited data, you have to be careful when you do stuff like that. So I was trying to be ultra careful with my data minutes because I don't have unlimited data on my telephone. So that means I couldn't really watch any videos. And if you guys have been with me on here, you know that I am a YouTube junkie and I couldn't watch no YouTube videos or anything. Hey T White, how are you today? Yeah, you love hanging with your family too. Yeah, they're like the best people to hang with, I guess, because we grew up together, and I always tell my kids too, because my kids are older as well. And I always tell them also, we kind of grew up together too, because I didn't have them at a young age, but I was younger when I had them, of course. So we grew up together. So we like hanging out together. We don't really have any terribly bad nuggets in our family, so we can all get together and have a good time, and it's pretty much drama free. We don't have a lot of drama like you would see on a TV program or something. Yep, I'm going to be on for about an hour, T. And so I understand if you have to like head out and go see the fam. I was with my family earlier today too, because we usually hang out on the weekends as well. I don't even have like friends that I hang out with. That's kind of bad. I just have like my family. I always hang with them. We always have a good time though. So it's A-OK. They are all right with me. But when you don't have the internet, it's like being in prison because the prison people, they don't have the internet either. It's like being cut off from the world. It's like the apocalypse has happened. I felt like the apocalypse happened to us. And they always like the service company, they always give you like a window that they're gonna come and fix whatever it is that you need to get fixed or get repaired. And the window was like, ooh, I have like a little net here. The ooh, he's in, ooh, y'all see him? I had to karate chop him. Um, how dare he disturbed my live stream. But anywho, they gave me a window of 4 to 6. And okay, I'll see you in a bit, T. They give you a window of 4 to 6, and they didn't come until after 6 o'clock. After 6 o'clock, so I'm waiting all day patiently. And I saw the guy outside my window as well. And I was like, oh, he's here. Great. And then he didn't come in. And that's because some people across the street, their internet got knocked out as well. And I think what happened is some lightning hit some of the lines and knocked out the internet. So that was kind of, I mean, it wasn't scary. I've had that before. Have any of you ever had like lightning strike someplace around your house or your house? I have. Hey, Granette, how you doing today? And let me tell you, it wasn't even scary because it happened so fast. But what happened, like, I didn't know that the lightning struck someplace on the house, but my telephone flew off the wall. This is when I had like a house phone, when we had like the landlines. And so you can tell that was a few years ago. And the phone just blew off the wall and across the kitchen. Yes. Hey, Vanessa, thanks for joining me. I actually went on, Vanessa had a live feed after me on the last, what day, what's today? So that would have been that was yesterday. So Vanessa had a live feed as well. And she was doing Christmas ornaments in July. And I thought that was kind of cool. And she's good at it. So you guys have to check out her channel as well. I enjoyed watching you. I wish I didn't have to leave so fast, but I just had to do some other stuff, Vanessa. So I apologize for that. I always like looking at people's channels, people's new channels and stuff. So if you all have any questions for me as to how I do the live feed, I know Vanessa, you might have some questions. You can ask them here. I don't mind answering them on here because this is not really like a planner specific type of video. I just like to come on here and relax and chat with you all. I'm glad you're feeling good about being here. I'm glad to be here too and positive. I almost forgot to tell you all. I hit a milestone for my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel, because really I share it with you all too, so it's ours. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. And the milestone is that we hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay! I didn't think I would ever get to 1,000 subscribers, and that is so awesome. But I've been working hard to make this a quality channel and just connect with you all. And so I just wanted to say thank you all for coming on here with me, being with me, joining with me on these live streams, because I really enjoy doing the live streams. They are so awesome. That's what makes things happen. The awesome live streams. She's loving it. She's loving it. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Yay. So actually, I think I went over 1,000, or we went over 1,000. I want to say it was Friday night, because I was up at midnight. Of course, I was watching the numbers. And at midnight, it was at 999. And I went to sleep. And then the next morning, it was over 1,000. So I was like, that is so awesome. So I must be doing something right, I think. But you know, one question that I would like to ask, excuse me for clearing my throat so much, but one question I wanted to ask you all is when you first subscribed to Liz for a Day, what was the type of content that made you subscribe? Like what type of video were you watching? Were you watching like a clean with me, or were you watching like something based on fitness, or was it actually planning related? Was it the live streams? Because I've gotten lots of subscribers after the live stream started as well. I would love to know because I'm just trying to hone my content in, because you guys don't know. I have like a creative brain and it can go in all kinds of directions. And so what I wanted to do is to kind of hone in what people really like. What did they come here for, instead of me just posting like a crazy fool just the things that I like, because that's not what it's all about. Thank you for the congrats. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the live stream. I'm always trying to think of a way to make the live streams even better too. But I think I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm enjoying it and I'm getting tons of feedback from you all. So that makes me happy as well. Oh, you had a friend that subbed as well? Awesome. That makes me happy. I'm sincerely happy. You guys, y'all just don't know. I'm not like really like an emotional person. My mom was telling me and my brother some stuff yesterday, and I was telling her that, if you see me act emotional or start crying or something, then I'm probably gonna tear something up. Cause and the reason why I said that is I always said that my emotions are. If anybody watches Star Trek here, I don't know. I'm a total nerd. I love Star Trek. Star Trek, and on Star Trek, one of the species is Vulcans, and I always say like I'm like a Vulcan. Like my emotions are like that. So if you know what a Vulcan is, then like they can't show emotions, and when they do, it just takes over. So I told my mom, if I start showing emotions, that means something's going to get tore up in this house, because I'm like a Vulcan. So YGF says the plan with me is that she loves. So that's what you came to the channel for. That's awesome, because I love doing the plan with me's. And I've actually cut down on some of the plan with me's that I was doing, because some of them they don't get that many views, but I'll still be doing them though. I just cut them. I was posting like 7 days a week plan with me's. It probably was ridiculous, but I'll cut down just a bit, but I'll still be doing those. Vanessa says, can you show me how to do the face like you do? Oh, are you talking about how I have myself in the cloud, Vanessa? If that's what you're talking about, let me know, and I will tell you. I mean, this is not a how to live stream, and I'm kind of, you know me. I'm like a baby. I'm a baby live streamer, but I'm pretty techno savvy, so I can figure things out pretty quickly too. So I probably have a lot that I can share. I'm using many people that are doing the live streams. They're using a software called OBS. Vanessa, I know you were using Google Hangouts, and I've never used the Google Hangouts for the live streams. And I don't know what type of camera you were using on there. It was a little bit blurry on yours when you were doing it. But for the live streams, you have to have an encoding software, or else you have to use the Google Hangouts. And the Google Hangouts are very easy to use. You can just open it up and just get going. But with the encoders, YouTube actually recommends certain encoders that you can use for your live streams. And I tried the OBS software, and it worked like one time for me. And for some reason on my computer, I have an iMac. it doesn't want to work on my iMac. And I also have a laptop, and it works on the laptop, but I'm here at my desk. This is like my setup here, and I have everything around me. This is like my craft room, my office, and my recording studio. So I needed it to work on the iMac as well. So I knew I had to find something different. And so I just looked at the list of the encoding softwares um, that YouTube kind of they kind of give it a thumbs up basically. And I went through a few. I tried Wirecast, and I didn't. Wirecast was good, but it was kind of limited in what I could do for the money that you pay for it. Of course, it's not free, but I think I paid like $9.99 for the Wirecast one. But it was just like so limited because I wanted to do stuff like this where you can see me, you can see my desktop and you can see me at the same time, because you can see my hand up there and here. So I switched. I tried another software called Game Show. And Game Show, at first I thought it was just for gamers, but I said, let me give it a try. And I'm not associated with any of these softwares, so it's up to you to try which one ever works for you. But I tried Game Show and I liked it. So I'm actually using an encoding software called Game Show. And then in there you can set everything up, and you can have there's just right now I'm still playing around with it, but there's a lot of things that you can do with Game Show software. So I'm using two cameras. The camera that's on the coloring book is actually my Logitech 920C. And that, if you all are looking for a webcam, let me tell you, that is the one. And that one, I have a link below in the description. The Logitech is part of my equipment. I use it all the time, and it has a fantastic picture. And I even think they have an even more updated one, but I mean, for the price of the one that I'm using, you can get the 1080 pixels with it. It is just fantastic. What do you guys think? Is the picture good using that camera? So that's the one that's pointing down here to the coloring book. And then for the forward-facing camera, I'm actually using the onboard camera that came with the system. So that's how I'm able to use two different cameras on that. So I hope that answered your question, Vanessa. You have the Logitech 720 and the Logitech 525. I have been a huge fan of the Logitech cameras for forever, and their products in general. I used to only purchase for the keyboards and the mouse. When I had a PC, I would only get like the Logitechs because I love Logitech. They last so long. Like, my computers would be out of date before my Logitech equipment would be. So that's very nice. So that's some good equipment to have. Logitech makes some good stuff. So I really enjoy it. So I hope I answered your question on the live streaming thing, because I know you had questions about it, but I didn't want to kind of put all that info. For one thing, I was kind of lazy. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't want to like type in all that stuff in the chat, but I knew I could say it on here, and that would be okay. Is the Game Show software? They have. This is the thing. They have a free version that you can use, but it has watermarks all over it. So you don't want to use that. It was, I think I paid like $29 for it, which was so affordable. $29 is not bad, especially if you're going to be using it all the time. It's a fantastic investment, and it does everything that I want, and the license is forever. So, of course, if you get to the point where you need to do like some updates or something like that, you might have to pay an additional cost. But for what it can do, I definitely would give it a go if I were you, Vanessa. So it's not free. The OBS is free, so you can try the OBS software as well. Many people use the OBS software. Just like I said, for me, I probably would have used the OBS. It does something similar to this as well, but I just couldn't get it to work on my computer. So, for all of you YouTubers that want to go live, that's some good information for you there. I could probably do some videos on how to be a YouTube creator, but that's not what this channel is about. So I have to kind of, I have to bring things in and just only like, give people what they're looking for. So I have to be careful about that. So again, if you're on, I wanted to thank you. We are just coloring and relaxing, and I'm really kind of showing my nerd side here. If you guys have any questions for me, I would love to hear it. And I also would like to know, like, what was the video? What was the type of content in the video that got you or kind of nudged you to subscribe to Liz for a Day? I would love to know what that was that kind of got you in. So we had one person that said the plan with me's were kind of what drew you in. So we're going to continue to do the plan with me's because I love that. This page is coming out so pretty. What do you guys think? I love it. I've been working on it for three weeks. I've been saving it just for this because normally I don't really finish my coloring pages. I have several pages in here that I don't color. Oh, I also wanted to point out, I did talk about I did say what this coloring book was. I have a link to it below as well if you're interested in it. But also it has like a little saying on this side, and then it has a little spot on this side where you can like journal. I don't know if you guys can see the lines there. So it has a spot where you can do some journaling. So you can actually use this as a journal because you don't have to just use those spots down there at the bottom. And you can add some pictures in here if you wanted to. So that might be something that I might use this for because I'm all about upcycling things. As a matter of fact, I just made my first junk journal. So if anybody knows what a junk journal or doesn't know what a junk journal is, it is basically... it's a journal you can use for art journaling, you can use it for regular journaling, and you make it with junk that you have around the house. So I made my first junk journal yesterday, and it is awesome. So Granette said the plan with me's and the how-tos. So I love doing the how-tos too. And I wish I was a little bit better at the how-tos, but I'm getting better because sometimes I could be a little wordy. So if you look at some of my older videos, I am very wordy, but now I'm very cognizant of how wordy I am. And I cut a lot of stuff out when I actually publish or edit the videos, so they won't be so wordy, and you can kind of get exactly what you're looking for when it comes to the tutorials. So T White says you have a great voice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Said you're very down to earth, and I try to be. And I'll tell you also, I had someone that told me that the channel had lots of personality, and that just made me stand really tall because I never know when I put out the videos or do the live if people really kind of get my personality. And I'm like a really friendly person. I always say I'm an introvert, but I could be the life of the party when I'm someplace, but I do have an introverted personality. And I always try to do my best for the viewers and really give you all quality content. So I appreciate the compliments. And T White said the vid that made me subscribe is the one where you were in the park. And so, oh, I love that one. And you know what? That was a fitness one. And I kind of said to myself I wasn't going to do any more fitness based ones. That was fun for me to do because that was out of my comfort zone to do that. So you guys, you know what? Sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone to like kind of grow. And I decided that day I was going to go to the park, and since I was talking about fitness, I thought that was like just the best place to go and talk about fitness, or my fitness goals was to go to the park. So I went to the park. I didn't know what kind of connection I was going to get when I was there. I just scheduled it out anyway. And I took a chance and a leap of faith that some people would come on with me, and they did. And just so happens, the park that I went to, they call it, my kids call it the Peacock Park, because I knew it would be peacocks there. I did know the peacocks would be there, but I didn't know if they would be out. So it was nice. That was nice that the peacocks were out, and I got to show everybody what I was seeing. So that was nice to be outside, and people didn't look at me like I was all crazy and stuff. So that was good. So let's see. Jacqueline says she was inspired by Vanessa to subscribe. Thank you, Vanessa, for the shout outs. So she was, because I came to her channel yesterday as well. I'm interested in a variety of crafting things also, but like I said, I think sometimes I'm doing too much on the channel. I did like some journaling stuff, and I did a little bit of mixed media stuff, and of course, but I think planning is the core. I'll tell you, when I first started Liz for a Day, I didn't really know what I wanted, how I wanted the channel to develop. I actually started the channel as kind of like an online journal for myself. And I always said, like, if nobody came to watch my videos, I was doing it for myself. And, you know, eventually people started coming slowly. And then I started kind of seeing what kind of content people liked. And then I started doing that type of content. So I'm definitely a crafty person, but I'll probably put more of my craftiness stuff over onto Patreon instead of over here on YouTube. So YouTube will probably have more planner stuff, and I'll try to keep the crafts that are associated with the planning stuff on here as well. Hey T-Mac, it's good to see you here. We are just relaxing. I hope you all are relaxing also, and you kind of taken out one of them projects that kind of died and it got hidden under something, and now you can just pull it out and attempt to. You might not complete it this time, but you know, you can come back again, and we can, when we come on again, we can finish it together. Just like I'm finishing this page that I know if I wasn't doing this with you guys, this page probably would never get finished. But I think I'm going to be able to finish it with you all. So that makes me happy. So I'm glad you all are here chatting with me. Are any of you doing One Book July? I did like several videos on One Book July. And I wasn't going to do it at first. When I first heard about it, I was like, there's no way in HE double hockey sticks that I can do One Book July. But I'm finding that it's really helping me a lot. So I've done several videos on that. So I'm going to continue doing the updates for One Book July as well, so you guys can see how I'm growing. I think that's one important thing. I actually, on one of my videos, it was, uh-oh, we went offline. Uh-oh, I think we went offline for a moment. I hope you all can see me again. But I did a video for the We Are Memory Keepers Planner Punch. Let me know if you guys can see me, because I think for some reason I kind of blinked out. But I did a video for the We Are Memory Keepers Planner Punch. I did two of them. The first one I did was kind of like an unboxing and a bit of a review. And it was I knew that it was kind of long and convoluted. And okay, great. You guys can see me. And I knew it was kind of like some people wasn't going to like it because it was just too much in there. I actually didn't cut that much out at all. And I actually got a comment from somebody, and they weren't nasty about it or anything, but I can tell they weren't happy. They weren't happy about me releasing that video the way that it was. And I just tried to tell the person that it was part of the learning process, and I thought that somebody could benefit from seeing like the for real unboxing of the hole punch, because that hole punch is not that easy to use. But if you look at some people's videos, I don't think they gave, full service to the whole setup thing and having to know your measurements and stuff like that. And so that's part of what this channel is about too, is like the journey that I've been going on, and I want to kind of share it with other people like yourselves, so that the mistakes that I make, you don't have to go through. And I don't think that person really understood that, but it's okay. Everybody has their opinions. I know my channel is not for everybody, but it's okay. So Vanessa, you blinked out last night as well. Yeah, that I don't know why I did that, but I should have a pretty good connection because I'm wired in. When I first started doing live streams, I did them on my telephone. So you can do that too, Vanessa. You can actually use your telephone, and you don't need encoding software for that. You just go onto YouTube and just hit the record button. You can do a little bit of setup stuff, and you can record that way as well. But you won't have the ability to put your face in. You won't be able to be in the cloud like me. That's the only thing. So if you want to be in the cloud, you got to use encoding software to be in the cloud, like me. I like being in the cloud. It's fun up here. Projects. I've been doing like a lot of different projects. Of course, I'm always doing something for the planning projects. Earlier this week, I was designing some inserts, and I was really just doing the inserts for myself. And if I see that there's an interest and people will like them, then maybe I'll go ahead and post them so that they'll be able to purchase them. But I usually do stuff like that just for me. But I'm willing to share also. So I did some inserts which was inspired by the One Book July, which I'm actually really enjoying. One Book July. When I was watching the guy color, I think I was talking about him earlier if you guys came on. I was talking about this guy who was he was kind of doing a little bit of a tutorial on how to use colored pencils, and I liked the techniques that he was using as well. And I forgot what the thought was. I was going to talk about that guy. I forgot. That's because I'm getting old. See, I have to wear the old lady glasses, and then I forget stuff really easily. That's the excuse I try to tell my mom, but sometimes she don't go for it. She's like, didn't I tell you to do this? And, sometimes my mom treats me like I'm like 15 years old, and I'm way past that. But it's okay. I love my mother. I respect her, so she can just tell me anything. But this the remembering part that I have problems with. Sometimes I don't remember. So I have to write things down. So I had to put a section in my planner for my mom's projects, or else things just weren't gonna come out right because I was gonna forget. So I don't want to keep forgetting stuff. So that's a great use of my planner right there, just to remember things. Do any of you like bowl? I used to bowl just a little bit. I would go like with my uncle and my aunt going bowling, but I love bowling. And I'm like a type of person that likes playing games. I'm not super competitive. I do like to talk trash when I'm playing games and stuff. But if I don't win, it doesn't kill me. But I love bowling, and I wanted to start going bowling again. So I went to the bowling alley, and the first thing I always do when I go to places like that is I ask them if they have like a military discount, because I'm a military vet, And so I always ask places about the military discounts because they don't really kind of publish them. And if you don't ask, then you won't find out. I don't know what it is about veterans and the military. It's like everything is always hush hush. You have to like dig for information to find, even at the Veterans Administration. I don't know if any of you are veterans, but if you can just get with a group of veterans, you'll find out so much benefits and things that are available that you just didn't know was out there because they just don't say it out loud. But anyway, back to bowling. So I went to the bowling alley and I asked them about the military discount. And the girl there, she was she was a little bit nasty when she was talking to me. Like she didn't want me to ask her that question. And I asked her to have a military discount. And she says, yes, they have a military discount. So I have to ask the second question. Do they give the military discount is it only for active duty? And she said, yes, it was only for active duty. So that means I wouldn't be able to use it. Don't think I wouldn't try it because Lizzie would try it even though I'm not active duty. But the bowling it's like expensive because you have to, if you don't already own shoes, you have to get shoes or rent shoes, and they're usually like $4 for the night. And then the games themselves are over $4 a game, and nobody just bowls one game when you go bowling. So I was like, dang, they just kind of like busted my bubble because I don't know if I can afford that. If I want to go bowling for one and go by myself, it would cost me over $20 just to go bowling by myself. Forget about taking the family. So that kind of sucks. And then I thought about, well, maybe if I get my own shoes and my ball and stuff like that, maybe that will work out. But still, in the end, the games themselves, I guess they have to make $1 too. We just can't be cheapo deepos all the time. Sometimes you got to pay to play. But I don't think I'm gonna be going bowling anytime soon. I'll just do that on vacations like I've been doing for now, and that's enough for me. But that would be a nice outlet to go bowling. That's some good exercise too. Because I went bowling when I was on vacation back in May. And let me tell you, baby, my muscles was so tight. I almost couldn't get out the bed the next day. I don't know if that's my old lady muscles or if that's just, how bowling is. Whew. It almost killed me. I wonder if I'm going to be able to finish this before the end of the night, or am I going to have to go into session 4? We shall see. We shall see. So what do you all normally do on Sunday evenings? Do you have anything in particular that you do? On Sunday evenings, before I started doing this, I really probably just polish my nails or something and, take a shower, bath, or something like that. Usually, as far as like getting the clothes ready and stuff, clothes are usually washed. I try to do one load of clothes every day. Since I have a washing machine, I know some people don't have a washing machine available to them, so that's not always like an option to wash your clothes during the week. So I do that to try to start the week. So what do you all do like to start your week or wind down on Sunday? I always say wind down from the weekend because sometimes the weekend, it can be pretty hectic as well. You have to be careful. Your weekends can like take over your life. It's like you live for the weekends, but then you have so many errands and things that you have to do, especially when you have children. And you have to be the bus driver, taxi driver, take everybody different places, and then try to squeeze in a little bit of time for fun if you have the money to do it. I think I messed this one up. Well, I didn't really mess it up. I don't think you can really mess up a coloring page, but yeah, that's okay. I guess the good thing about coloring is that you can kind of just do what you want. There's no rules. You just have the guidelines, and the guidelines are just the tracings on the page itself. All right, Vanessa, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you wound down to wind up for the weekend, because that's the whole purpose of this. Come by and finish your project. I don't know if I'm gonna after I finish this one, I don't know if I'm gonna do another coloring job. I might maybe do some art journaling while I'm on here. That'll give me the opportunity to kind of put a little bit of my art journaling on the channel. And I just started doing that too, so because I'm is not an artist, you all. Everything I start is kind of like self-taught, and I'm like a baby at it. But I do, since I watch so many YouTube videos and things, I learn a lot from people. I love YouTube. You can learn how to do anything on YouTube. It's fantastic. So T Mac says she's getting ready for work after church for today. Yeah, because that's another thing that takes up a lot of time too, is when you go to church or you go to worship, whatever you do. And some people go to church on Saturdays. In any case, it's like that's a big chunk of the weekend that's taken up. I mean, it's a good chunk, you know. It's doing something meaningful. I guess that's what you always have to think about is doing meaningful things and not just frivolous things in your life that's not going to like add value to your life. I don't know. Does coloring add value to your life? I think the part that's adding value is that I'm with you all. That's what's adding value to my life. And when I do stuff like this, I'm always thinking, okay, after I get done with this coloring page, what else can I do with this page? Like, can I rip it up and put it in, my planner? Or I could make a cover with this. I could make a planner cover with this, and I would totally be okay with that. Or again, like I was talking about earlier, you can use it as a journal, which I don't think I've never seen anybody use their coloring book as a journal. But I bet you somebody out there that does it. That can add meaning and value to your life. Yeah, you have to try adult coloring. I just started doing adult coloring last year, and it was probably before Christmas time that I had mentioned to my mom that I wanted to start getting some coloring books, and she bought me some for Christmas because my mom is so awesome. And she got me some for Christmas, and this was one of the ones that she gave me. She gave me like 3 coloring books. No, I think she gave me 2 coloring books. I didn't bring them over here. And also, she got me all the pencils that I had. Well, I have a few that I purchased myself. And that's how I got started. But yeah, this came out good. Look at that. Isn't it? That's nice. I actually finished it. Yay! I can't believe I finished it, but I did. And it's pretty. It looks really good on the camera. It almost looks as good in person. I like it. Yeah. Thank you for coming, Jacqueline. I really appreciate it. I remember you from Vanessa's stream too last night, because I think it was 2 Jacquelines on there. Jacqueline. Make sure I say it right, because I know people just destroy names. I know I destroy names. I try not to. I try to say them correctly, but they destroy. People destroy my name. I thought it was easy, like Elizabeth. People call me Elizabeth, Lasbeth, whatever. They don't never say it. But I'm okay with that because I'm not a stickler for that. So I'm not going to start another page, and my intention was only to be on here for like an hour anyway. And I'm not going to start another one. I have to think of what I'm going to do with this page also. So let's see here. Oh, I did want to talk about something before I got off. So actually, this is the perfect time because I've been mentioning this in every video, and today is the 9th, and the last day for this is the 14th, and that is for the giveaway for this planner here. So I want to talk about it here on the live stream, and I'm giving this. This is the Recollections planner, and it's so beautiful. I love this color. It's the mint color, and I'm not associated with Michaels or Recollections or anything like that. And yes, Mr. Art, I did unblock you. I blocked you by mistake. I'm so sorry. I because you know what, that was kind of a rookie move on my part, that I blocked you, so I apologize. So I unblocked you so you could come and join me. But back to the giveaway. I'm sorry. For the giveaway, I'm giving away this Recollections planner, and I actually set this up for June, and then I didn't use it. And I figured, well, since I have everything all set up inside of the planner, why don't I just give it away? And plus, it's like a thank you to all of you who have subscribed to me. And I don't post any giveaways. If I give something away, I give it away kind of in, incognito, as a random act of kindness. Someone asked me what the RAK means, RAK, and that means random act of kindness. So I do random acts of kindness, but this time I decided to go ahead and shout it out for this planner. And so it has dividers that I made in here, and I actually did a flip through. I'm not going to do another flip through of this. It has dividers. It's going to have store list inside of it, and I decided to actually add some must-do list in here as well. So it's going to have several inserts that you can use. The weeklies are pre-decorated already, not all the way. I'll show you the weekly so you won't think that, because you still have your see, they just have washies as dividers and things. So I'm going to be giving this away, and it's easy to enter for this. Once the replay comes up, only thing you need to do is just leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, be a subscriber, and share this out. So those 4 things only. All the instructions will be down below. You don't have to follow me anyplace else if you don't want to, because I hate it when people do giveaways and they make you run through hoops to win in the giveaway. If anybody says, okay, I need for you to go over to my blog and do this, or I need for you to go to Facebook and like the page, I just cut it off right there. I'm not going to do all that stuff. So I already know I'm not going to win. But I like to make it easy for the people that come over to my channel. So those are the only 4 things that you need to do to actually win. All right. So even though I still have like about 5 more minutes on, if you guys have any more questions for me, I'll stay on for the 5 minutes, because I like for Sundays, again, to be like, it's just like relaxing, rewinding. I know I'm kind of talking kind of loud today. Sometimes I talk loud, but I should be talking soft because we're supposed to be relaxing and unwinding. And you know what else I forgot? I forgot my wine for today. I'm supposed to have some wine, you guys, to do this. Then I'll really be mellow. But I don't want y'all to think I'm a wino, because I don't drink like that all the time. I just had some wine last week, and it was really good. It was really good wine. So if you guys have any more questions, did you get to finish the project that you pulled out and were doing with me today? I hope you did. Because I finished this one, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do for next week. Next week is going to be a bit of a challenge for me. I'm going to try to come on Sunday, because I'm actually going out of town, and I'm going to be with a friend, and we're actually just going to be doing like some game nights and stuff like that. So I'm leaving my family here, and I'm going to go hang out with some girlfriends, and hopefully on Sunday at the same time at 6 o'clock, I'll be able to come on. So I won't have this set up, but I'm sure I'll try to think of something creative. But I have more live coming up during the week as well, so you guys can join me for that, for the live. So I know we have like a little bit of a delay on here. So that's why I'm just trying to wait to see if any more questions come in as well. Because it's about like a 30-minute delay on here. And I don't want to cut anybody. But I'm going to stay on the chat for a little while until probably maybe about 15 minutes more. So if you all still want to chat with me, you can. I'm going to go ahead and go off video. I enjoyed today's unwind, upwind for tomorrow, our coloring session. And I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel again. The journey is real and it's been a lot of fun. And thanks for letting me know what kind of information that you all like as well. Yes, I will answer questions for unrelated, anything that's unrelated. It doesn't have to be coloring at all. So, because this is like an informal type of gathering for today, that's what I want it to be, where you can kind of just talk about anything. So it doesn't have to be about coloring. It could be about planning. It could be about anything else. Like Vanessa asked about how I do the setup for the live stream. And I am willing to answer any questions that you have. So that's cool. Thanks, Grenette. Have fun watching. Because I have like, I think around 239 videos right now. So if you want to binge, you can binge all day on Liz for a Day. There are tons of videos here. So I'm kind of proud of myself for that. I be getting down with it. Getting down with it. So did you have a question, T-Mac? Did you have a question for me? Let me know. I'm going to wait until you answer me yes or no or ask the question. Oh, let's see. Okay, so T-Mac is asking, she's asking about a brand for inexpensive pocket traveler's notebooks. Now, I've never purchased any pocket traveler's notebooks, so I wouldn't be able to give you a resource for that. I've only gotten like the regular size traveler's notebook, and the very first traveler's notebook that I got was a Recollections notebook, and Recollections traveler's notebook, and it's back there, so I'm not gonna go and see my planners are living. Some of the planners are living back there, and I actually got it on clearance. It was like $3, but the normal price was like $14.99. And that was a few years ago. And I just saw them this spring. They came back up again. And the one that I got was like a black faux leather one. And so I thought that was a great way to kind of get into the traveler's notebooks and kind of try them out. They do have some other ones as well. So Mr. Longwell says he suggests a 5x7 sketchbook from Walmart. Now she's talking about a traveler's notebook now, and not like a sketchbook or artist book. But you can make your own using the pages from a sketchbook though. So if you don't know what a traveler's notebook is, let me find. This one I wouldn't say is an inexpensive one. Let me bring it closer. Let me see, because the lights are kind of messing with everything. There we go. This one is a Webster's Pages, and I got it from Joann's. Of course, I got it with a coupon, so that brings the price down quite a bit. But it's without the coupon, I think it was like $30-something, and I think I might have had like a 60% off coupon. So the Traveler's Notebooks are made so you can put different kind of notebook inserts in here, and you can pull them out, and what holds them together is the binding, not the binding, but like a rubber band. So you can see like a rubber band is what holds them in. So if you don't know what the traveler's notebooks are, but the Recollections ones are, I wouldn't say not the Recollections, but if you go to Michael's and they have the Tropical Life collection, they had some traveler's notebooks as well, and those were around $14.99. Of course, you use a coupon, you do the math, and so those are great ones to start out with. But as far as the pocket size ones, I couldn't give you a resource on that. How many inserts can I add? This one is just about as big as the Recollections one that I have. This is the standard size. And I'll show you what the standard size notebook looks like, or the size of it, because you can't really tell inside there. So let me just pull out. Okay, so this is the size right here. So you'll see it's like smaller than what you see here. Wait, let me try to turn out some of this light since we're not looking at the. Oh, actually, let me go back to the cloud, and then that probably will be a better place to show you. Let Lizzie go back to the cloud. All right, so here we go. Now you can see it much better. Okay, so this is the again, this is the Webster's pages, and this is just one of the inserts. You can see I was doing like some journaling in here. And I actually have some journal videos up on this, and the rest of it is kind of blank right now. So all this is, I actually made this one. It's just like regular paper, and like Mr. Art was saying, you could use you can use like sketchbook paper if you wanted some heavier weight paper. And I forgot what the size of this is, but you can get a lot of notebooks in these things, because right now I have 1, 2, 3. I got 4. I have 4 in here, and I'm sure I probably can get about 10 of those notebooks in here. I've took some out, so mine's is pretty flat right now. I've seen people and theirs are like that. It's like that fat. So you can put a lot of inserts in. And let's see. So T-Mac said that's not a bad price. She paid $30 to $60 for a Doki Book Pocket. You know, all the planners, man, they get you, boys. Some of the planners and the traveler's notebooks are so expensive. And for me, I'm kind of on a budget, so I have to look for things that weren't going to cost me that much. I can't justify paying $100 for it's not even a planner. It's like, it's a binder, and it has some inserts in it that I'm not going to use. So yeah, you have to be careful about the prices that you pay. And so sometimes the quality is somewhat good, but yeah, the day planners are way expensive as well. You said by chance, if they have an old calendar day planner, you can just buy a cheap hole punch to mount the paper in. Yep. So, and that's what I always suggest. Like, if you're just using like note pages for your planner, just punch some holes in the little note pages, and you don't have to buy like the inserts. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question, because I'm telling you, sometimes I go off into left field. Yep, that would be great. The less expensive options are what we're looking for. We're always looking for the less expensive options. But, you know, you can find the less expensive options right into like in Joann's and Michael's and Hobby Lobby because of the coupons. So if you can just limit yourself to get one thing and just get one notebook and then just use your coupon, that'll save you a ton of money right there. Using the coupons. So I hardly ever buy any crafting type of supplies like on Amazon or anything, because you don't have the coupon option. I'm a couponer when it comes to the crafts and the planning stuff. For sure. All right, you all. I am now going to shove off because I don't want this to be too long. And let me step out of the cloud. I love that, being in the cloud. All right, so yes, Mr. Art says you should sign up for the emails and they'll send you coupon deals. Also, I don't even have the emails. I have the apps on my telephone. So I have all the apps from all the stores. Oh, and if you didn't know already, that not Hobby Lobby, but Joann's and Michael's take competitors' coupons. So if Joann's is having a 60% off sale and Michael's only having a 40% off sale, and you're at Michael's, just give them the Joann's coupon and they will honor it. So that's a good deal right there. So just make sure you use your coupons. Okay, now I'm leaving for real. I'm leaving for real. I'm going to stay on the chat just for a little bit if you all would like. And thanks a lot for coming on. So I know you guys have stuff to do. I'm trying to be mindful of your time. And I'll see you all on the next live video, which will be on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a bit of an unboxing and show you some products that I bought for the Cricut die cutting machine. And the reason why I want to show it, and hopefully I have to check, but they have some really good summer deals at Cricut right now. So if you want to see those deals, you can use my link below or just go to Cricut. It's fine. And my link is lizforaday.com/Cricut. And you'll see some really good deals come up. But on Tuesday, I'm going to go through the products here on the live stream. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and I'll have some videos up tomorrow as well. Thanks a lot, everybody. You all have a good weekend too. Thanks. And I will see you in the next video.